Hi all, a very good morning to all. This is VC from VC's Academy. In today's class we will discuss about irrigation, which is part of chapter 1, crop production and management, NCERT class 8. Coming to the concept, what is irrigation? Before going into that, let us have introduction about irrigation. All living beings need water to live. All living organisms who are alive on earth require water for their survival, and water plays an important role in growth and development. For proper growth and development, water is very essential. Water is absorbed by the plant roots from the soil. Along with water, minerals and fertilizers are also absorbed. So not only water, but minerals and fertilizers are also absorbed by plant roots through soil. And plant contains nearly 90% water. So what is the percentile of water containing by plant is 90%. Water is essential because germination of seeds does not take place under dry conditions. If the conditions are wet and the soil is good enough with water content, then only the germination of seeds will occur. So this is the reason why water is essential for germination of seeds. Once again, all living beings need water to live, and water is important for proper growth and management. And water is absorbed by plant roots through soil. That process we will discuss later. And along with water, minerals and fertilizers are also absorbed by plants, and plants contain nearly 90% of water. And water is essential because here we are talking about consideration with plants. Water is essential because germination of seeds does not take place under dry conditions. So this is the reason why crop or plants require irrigation process. And nutrients dissolved in water are transported to each part of the plant through roots. So how the dissolved nutrients in water are transported to each and every part of the plant? To each and every part of the plant, the nutrients are firstly absorbed by the roots through root hairs, and these are processed through vascular channels which are present in the plant. And water also protects the crop from both frost and hot air currents. So not only this, water also protects the crop from both. Two conditions are given: frost condition and hot air currents also. In order to maintain the moisture of the soil for a healthy crop growth, fields have to be watered regularly. So what we have to do in order to maintain the moisture of the soil for a healthy crop growth, we have to water the crop or field regularly. The supply of water to crops at regular intervals is called as irrigation. So now we can define irrigation. The supply of water to crops at regular intervals is called as irrigation. The time and frequency of irrigation varies from crop to crop, soil to soil, and season to season. So what we have to take care that if we want to water the crop, we have to look at what type of crop it is, what type of soil it is, and what the season it is. So we have to take these criteria, and then we have to irrigate the crop or the field at regular intervals. Once again, nutrients dissolved in water are transported to each part of the plant. So how nutrients are transported to each and every part? In the dissolved state through water. And water also protects the crop from both frost and hot air currents. So what are the two things which water protects the crop? It protects the crop from both frost and hot air currents. And not only this, It also maintains the moisture of the soil for healthy crop growth. And how the moisture is maintained? The moisture of the soil for a healthy crop growth is maintained by watering the field regularly. And the supply of crop at regular intervals of time is called irrigation. So in order to define irrigation, we can say that the supply of water to crops at regular intervals. The time and frequency of irrigation varies from crop to crop, soil to soil, and season to season. So these all we have to take into consideration while we are doing the field with water. Coming to sources of irrigation. The sources of water for irrigation are wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams, and canals. So what are the sources? The sources of water for irrigation are wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams, and canals. And coming to traditional method of irrigation. So we have the traditional method as well as the modern method of application of water into the field. So now we will see what is the traditional method. The water available in wells, lakes, and canals is lifted up by different methods in different regions for taking it to the fields. In order to provide the irrigation facility to the crop or the field, various areas farmers use various methods to dig the water from the wells or lakes and canals and pump it to their fields. So cattle or human labor is used in these methods. In good olden days, if you talk about traditional method, generally what we do, we use cattle or human as the source for bringing the water from the lakes or canals or from the wells or different measures. These methods are cheaper but less efficient. Using cattle or human labor, these methods are cheap but they are less efficient. And coming to the various traditional ways, what are the various traditional ways? Moat, which is also called as pulley system, chain pump system or chain pump way, Dekli, and finally we have Rahat lever system. So what are the four types of traditional ways through which water is being irrigated into the crop fields is moat, chain pump, Dekli, and Rahat. You can have the images of the four types of methods of irrigating: the Rahat, moat, Dekli, and chain pump systems. Pumps are commonly used for lifting water. So what are commonly used for lifting water? Pumps are commonly used: diesel, biogas, electricity, and solar energy is also used to run these pumps. So pumps are commonly used for lifting the water. In order to lift the water through pumps, we use diesel, biogas, electricity, and solar energy. Coming to modern methods of irrigation. What are the modern methods of irrigations? Modern methods of irrigation help us to use water economically. So what is the main benefit of modern method of approach in irrigation is we can use water economically. The main methods used are as follows, which is widely used nowadays. One is the sprinkler system and the other one is drip system or drip irrigation system. What are the two methods? Sprinkler system and drip system. These two comes under which category? Modern methods of irrigation. Sprinkler system and drip irrigation are the methods which are used as modern method of approach of irrigation. We can see the images here. Into sprinkler system. What is sprinkler system and all we'll see here. The system is more useful on the uneven land where sufficient water is not available. So coming to sprinkler method, here we can see that this type of system is useful where the land is not even, which is uneven, and this is also suitable for conditions where there is less amount of water availability or insufficient amount of water availability. The perpendicular pipes having rotating nozzles on top are joined to the main pipeline at regular intervals. So how the system is made? They use the pipes, and these having perpendicular pipes. The perpendicular pipes which are having rotating nozzles on the top are joined to the main pipeline at regular intervals and at same distance. When water is allowed to flow through the main pipe under pressure with the help of a pump, it escapes from the rotating nozzle. So how the water is sprinkled? So here what happens when water is allowed to flow through the main pipe? So I have already mentioned that there will be a main pipe and perpendicular pipes which are attached to one another. So we will allow the water to flow through the main pipe, and this comes under pressure. With the pressure which is exerted in the pumps or pipes, these will escape into the rotating nozzles and sprinkle the water. It gets sprinkled on the crop as if it is raining. And how the sprinkling will be observed? It is observed as if it is raining. Sprinkler is very useful for lawns, coffee plantation and several other crops where we can use sprinkle of irrigation. So sprinkler type of irrigation is very useful for lawns, coffee plantations and several other crops. Once again, sprinkler system. This system is more useful on uneven land surfaces where water availability is less or insufficient. And coming to the apparatus setup, there will be main pipeline, and to the main pipeline there are perpendicular pipes which are attached and having rotating nozzles on their top, and when water is allowed into it, the main pipe will exert pressure with the help of a pump, and this helps the water to escape outside from the rotating nozzles, and these get sprinkled on the crop as if it is raining. And the sprinkler farming or a sprinkler type of system is useful for lawns, coffee plantations and other crops. Coming to drip irrigation system or drip system. In this system, the water falls drop by drop directly near the roots. So what is the statement given here? The water falls drop by drop directly near the roots. So where the pipeline is arranged is near the roots, and the drop by drop system of water will be flown. So it is called as drip system. As it flows drop by drop, it is called as drip system. It is the best technique for watering fruit plants, gardens and trees. If you observe drip system, this is very best technique for watering fruit plants, gardens and trees. And here what is the one more benefit is, or the important part is, water is not wasted at all. So in drip system, water is not at all wasted, and it is a boon in region where availability of water is poor, or we can consider it as very dry areas also. We can use this type of system of irrigation. Once again, drip irrigation system. In this system, the water falls drop by drop directly near the roots. So as it falls drop by drop, it is called drip system, and it is the best technique for watering fruit plants, gardens and trees as well. Here one more benefit of drip system is water is not at all wasted, and this is boon or helpful or very good in regions where availability of water is poor.